Kickoff starts now.
All right, moving on now, unless you got anything else to add.
No.
Should I say the obvious pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Sure.
I got to go with Joe Burrow. Before I get into Joe, I just got to say there aren't many running backs that – so sometimes, a running back could make a very good case for Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I would say that it's rare that a running back wins stuff over a quarterback, even if it's Rookie of the Year or if it's MVP, just because quarterback is a way more noticeable position and the stats that they put up get more recognized. So even if compared to other running backs, they're like if a running back is doing better compared to other running backs versus a quarterback compared to other quarterbacks, I don't know if that made sense. Like even if it's like that, the quarterback will win the award. So anyway, but also I don't see a lot of running back coming out of this draft that I could say, oh, they will win Offensive Rookie of the Year, just because a lot of the ones that got drafted seem like they're going to be in some kind of a committee situation. The one guy who I think will be let to do his own thing without much of a committee will be Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the Kansas City Chiefs. He would have been in a committee, but Damian Williams chose to opt out of this season. I would have talked about Clyde if you had gone first and said Burrow. So I'll touch on him a little bit before I actually get to talking about the guy I picked, Joe Burrow. But I really do like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think he's a very, very talented running back, and he's got incredible vision, awareness, versatility, agility. But he's on this high-flying Chiefs offense, and I don't see that there's a way that he will outdo Joe Burrow for the position, especially who won Offensive Rookie of the Year over Saquon. I know some quarterback won it.
Really?
Wait, ready? Offensive Rookie. Yeah, it was 20. He was a rookie in 2018. Oh, I'm just kidding. It was Saquon. He beat out Baker Mayfield. Right. Okay. I thought that Baker won, so I guess that kind of disproves my point a little bit. But still, you got to play at Saquon's level to be able to beat out a quarterback for the award. So moving on to Joe Burrow now. Sorry, I'm rambling for a little bit. But moving on to Joe Burrow now. Like I was saying, he's one of the best quarterback prospects coming out of college ever. I really love this guy. I think he's phenomenal, and I think he could take this Bengals team to great places within the next few years. And I just don't see anyone being able to beat out him, even beat him out for the award, even if he doesn't play like phenomenally,
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm gonna surprise you. My pick
Oh
is
no. What? I don't know what you said. You went muted.
Joe Burrow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Joe Burrow, and I feel like this podcast I'm making Joe Burrow seem like such a bad guy.
Yeah, I feel like you really have been hating on this man.
No, I think Joe Burrow is great. I really do. But I think he's a player. He reminds me a bit of Peyton Manning.
And
it took a few years to develop in the NFL. I think Joe Burrow will take a year or two. I don't think Joe Burrow is the type of quarterback like a Mahomes or a Watson who's going to come in, start throwing the ball 40 times and dominate in the NFL.
Well, I think it's different. The thing is, Joe Burrow, I watched him play, and he looked like an NFL quarterback already. Like, I sometimes laughed at the term NFL ready. It didn't make sense to me a while ago why some college quarterbacks who play great won't do it because they're not, like, NFL ready. I didn't understand what that meant. But when I watched Burrow play, I kind of understood it because college versus NFL quarterbacks play in a different way. And if I had one word to describe Joe Burrow, I'd say poised. He just seems so comfortable in his position, and he always seemed to know what to do, when to pass. And he has one ability, which I think is now in all of the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, which is creating something out of nothing. When the play breaks down, and actually Jeff Skurrin touched on this when we interviewed him last week, that the game has moved to break when plays break. What can you do about it? Patrick Mahomes, he's known for scrambling around and throwing it to guys. Of course, Lamar Jackson scrambles so he can juke when a play is broken. Russell Wilson, I could keep naming these quarterbacks. And Joe Burrow, although he's not known for running only, he's very great at making something out of nothing and adjusting when a play breaks down. So that's also a reason why I think he could come in and play great.
Yeah, so my pick is Tua.
Oh, no way. Are you kidding me? I know I've been talking. Are you joking me? After in like just a few episodes, you were going on and on. I remember you were talking about how you didn't like the Dolphins this year. You're saying the Dolphins were a lock for out of the playoffs. And now you're going to tell me that Tua will outperform and he will outplay Joe Burrow?
Just because Tua will outperform and outplay a player doesn't mean that they're good enough to make the playoffs. Tua Tagovailoa, I think, is more of an not NFL ready, but he's going to produce. Yes,
It's ridiculous.
I think
it might be the worst take you've ever had on this podcast, Oren. I'm not even kidding. I like Tua. He's a great quarterback, but there's no way in my mind that I see Tua doing better than Joe Burrow. To be nice, I'll stop interrupting you and let you talk, but then I'll just try to torch you. So go on.
Tua Tagovailoa is more NFL ready. I think he has more experience in college. He has more experience in college. Okay?
Not really. You realize he came in only a few years ago. His first game in the championship game against it was against Clemson, I think, and then Jalen Hurts got in. No, okay, Jalen Hurts was playing badly, so then they put in Tua, and he played great, and then Jalen Hurts went to Oklahoma the next season, so Tua got the start. So he really hasn't had that much experience. He had that one championship game, and then he had like half of a season because he was injured last year.
Well, Tua played 8 games, 15, and then 9.
8, 15, and 9. Okay.
Which I think Burrow has played 15. So he's played a good 17 more games. Okay.
Okay, I guess.
Tagovailoa, I just think he's more NFL ready at the current moment. I think Burrow will outproduce him in his NFL career. I really do. But I think Tua, at the current moment, yes, I think that he will outperform.
For those of you who can't see, I'm just shaking my head at Oren, and I'm just waiting for him to finish talking so I can destroy him. Don't worry.
It's here.
Huh? I can talk?
Yeah.
I don't understand how you could possibly say that Joe Burrow is less NFL ready than Tua Tagovailoa. It is just so clear to anyone who's watched college football, and you're not someone who watches college football that much, I know, that Joe Burrow is at a higher level than Tua Tagovailoa and a much more NFL ready quarterback. Like I was saying, watch Joe Burrow. He'll stay in the pocket and be poised like an NFL quarterback. Tua Tagovailoa right now is a system-based quarterback who definitely benefited from Alabama's scheme. And although this isn't super important, Alabama quarterbacks historically don't do that well in the NFL. I know that it can change with Tua. And again, I like Tua. I really do. I'm not trying to hate on Tua. I'm just trying to hate on Oren for saying that Joe Burrow will somehow play worse than Tua. Also, Joe Burrow is with AJ Green, although he's injury prone, Tyler Boyd, and Joe Mixon. He has great weapons on his team. Tua has Devontae Parker and who else? That's it. So weapons-wise, Joe Burrow just has more to work with here. So I don't know okay, give me something to back up that Tua is more NFL ready. You just keep saying that, but why do you believe that?
More experience. Burrow doesn't have that much
experience isn't everything. That's the one thing that he has. And also, you want to talk about playing more games. Tua has sat out more games. He's more injury prone, so that's another risk you have to take into account.
Yeah, that is a risk you have to take into account. But I think that injury, you can't when you're predicting something, I feel like you can't really take injuries that much into account. Unless the player.
Oh, wait a minute. No, actually, I don't know if you can't take injury into account, then you should have Alex Smith. But no, never mind. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, but also these are two different positions. One's literally predicting who will do well after injuries.
I know.
I know Tagovailoa is injury prone.
Of course, you have to take injury into account. If you're gonna put a bet on who wins if you're gonna put a bet on who wins offensive rookie of the year, you're telling me you're not gonna take injury into account? What do you mean?
Of course, I'll take injury into account.
So what are you saying?
It's not something that I'm looking at directly to make it the biggest factor around.
I'm not saying it's a big factor. I'm just throwing it in there to show the biggest factor is that Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Tua. And another just the minor factors are that Joe Burrow has better weapons. He played better in college, just statistically. He played better, and he's just more NFL ready. I guess that's the main one. Never mind. And he's not injury prone. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I think Tagovailoa. I think what's great about Tagovailoa is, like you said, NFL quarterbacks need to be able to expand the plays. Even though Burrow can, I think Tagovailoa does it better. He has the ability to run. His accuracy is so ridiculous. It might be even better than Burrow's. He's proven it more.
What has he proven more?
He's every single time he plays after injury, after he got benched. I don't know if he got benched, but after he got injury, he keeps coming back in. His accuracy is so on par. I know that no matter where he goes, his accuracy will be great. And just because I think that the Dolphins are a lock for out of the playoffs, that's just because that they just don't have great talent on their team. That's not saying that, like, I could have said I picked Kyler Murray to win MVP. I mean, offensive rookie of the year last year, yet I wouldn't have picked the Cardinals to do well.
Okay, I would just bring up the playoffs because I was saying you were so sure. You seemed so sure just a few episodes ago that everything going on in the Dolphins right now wouldn't work out, and you seem to have generally or just like totally negative emotions on the Dolphins, and now suddenly you're saying, oh, there's actually going to be a lot going well for the Dolphins. Like, from what you were saying a few episodes ago, it seemed like the team would go like 3-13 or something.
No, they'll go 6-10. I don't think that they're the.
But I don't think. Okay, what was the Cardinals' record last year? Actually,
I don't know.
6-10. You're ready?
6-10. They were the eighth overall pick.
Here, you can keep talking. Arizona Cardinals record 2019.
Tagovailoa
5-10. Oh, 5-10-1. Okay, so that's he won. So maybe not maybe that he'll win, but just record wise, that's fine. But no, just still.
I think his accuracy is better. And yes, Burrow is very poised, but so is Tagovailoa.
No, he isn't. He scrambles out of the pocket, Oren.
Yes, but he's
just
also
watch
poised.
Them play. Oren, I'm giving you homework. Just go after this podcast. Just look up highlights.
I have.
Okay, whatever.
He scrambles, but that doesn't mean he's not poised. If there's someone around him, he'll throw from the pocket.
And also,
if you're taking scrambling as a negative thing, then I don't know why you're so high on Burrow.
Also, Tua's injury history is going to be a concern, not just because when he gets hit, but he's bad at throwing away the ball when he's under pressure. And that will lead to more, not only injuries, but just sacks in general. That's a main weakness that he has, and that is the cause of his injuries.
Well, I know this is a bit stupid, but when like people take into account like offensive rookie of the years, people like don't really look that much into how many sacks there are. I feel like that's not as important of a injuries, yes, but I feel like the sacks, that part, I feel like that's not really taken into account as much as people should.
I'm just saying he stays in the pocket, or he's not good at getting rid of the ball when he's under pressure.
Yeah, but also what I'm trying to say is that if he gets sacked, that'll hurt his record because it makes his positioning harder, but it's not going to hurt his stats that much. People don't look at sacks per se that much. And yes, he has a chance of getting injured because he does that. But there are plenty of quarterbacks who do very risky things. Derrick Rose was an incredibly injury-prone player who went 5 years without getting injured. I'm not saying that if he plays in
don't bring in Derrick Rose.
He plays in a style that's relentless. Maybe not 5 years, but a few years. He plays a style that's a bit relentless.
Also, okay, ready? I found some stats finally. Burrow had a 78.8 reception percentage or whatever it's called, and Tagovailoa was 74.7.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that likely shows that Burrow is a slightly more accurate quarterback.
Yeah, but Burrow slightly more, but also the 0.4%.
And that was one of your main things that you think he's more accurate. So what are you going to say about that?
Yeah, but completion percentage. Sam Bradford had one of the highest. I think he had the highest.
Okay, I'm not talking about Sam Bradford here, Oren. Don't try to switch it away, because I wasn't the one who brought in accuracy to prove that they were good. Yes, I'm just saying your main reason for why you thought Tagovailoa
isn't a good way to show it. Sam Bradford had the best completion percentage in 2016.
You're saying accuracy isn't a good way to show it?
No, I'm saying that you scheme. He can just dink and dunk every single play down the field.
That's what Tagovailoa did, Oren. That's what Tagovailoa. He is a system quarterback. So that you think Joe Burrow dinks and dunks? Have you seen him play? Their whole thing is they throw it deep, Oren. He's an accurate quarterback. If anything, you're describing Tagovailoa, not Burrow. Tagovailoa does system quarterback stuff. System quarterback stuff. What?
He just throws it short every play?
No, I'm just saying that's what he was. Here, I'm going to pull something up. You can I don't know. Your main reason. Okay, I was asking you like 5 minutes ago. I was saying, Oren, why do you think that Tagovailoa is more of an NFL quarterback? You said, oh, well, it's more accurate. So I'm not talking. I don't care about accuracy. I'm just bringing it in to show you that's not even true. So I don't know how you could say that Tagovailoa.
Percentage isn't a good way to show that because it can be very incorrect.
Okay, well, there's no better way because they both had great weapons.
Yes.
You can't.
Yes, they did both have great weapons. But my point to you is that Tua Tagovailoa is incredibly accurate. And from what I've seen from both quarterbacks, I think that Tua Tagovailoa is more accurate. I think that he has more experience. I think Burrow will come into the NFL. Even though he played so great in college, he doesn't have enough experience. He played one college season. It's not enough experience to come into the NFL and be good. He hasn't played enough games. He's great at reading defenses, right? But he hasn't played enough games to be able to figure out the disguises of an NFL defense. Tagovailoa has seen more stuff than Burrow. He's going to be able to dissect more than Burrow. When Trubisky was drafted, I know it's going to Trubisky, but listen.
Trubisky is not Joe Burrow in any sense. He's not Joe Burrow. Don't try to compare them.
Why people still had hope for Trubisky after year 1 or 2 is they said that he hasn't played a lot of games in college and he's still having experience.
Okay, well, that won't happen because Joe Burrow will act. That's just an excuse that Bears fans make to be sure that their quarterback does well. But I don't think that Burrow will be like Trubisky and that it takes him a few more years. From what I've seen out of this 1 year from Burrow, he's great enough to be able to succeed immediately out of the gate in the NFL.
I really don't know about that.
He can read defenses. He has a great skill set.
NFL.
What?
NFL and college defenses are so
yes, I understand, but he still possesses a skill that many other quarterbacks even drafted this season don't have. And he's a clear cut above. In my mind, he's a clear cut above Tua.
I disagree. I think that
you think that Tua is a better quarterback than Joe Burrow?
No, in the long run, Burrow's going to be better. But for this season, talking about experience-wise, because as a rookie, experience and going defenses, learning defenses and knowing what that is way bigger than skill. As a rookie, the difference between 2 first-round quarterbacks.
Did you know there's a thing that Mahomes didn't know how to read defenses in his first year?
Mahomes is just
out of college. He didn't know how to read defenses, but he still managed to. He learned it coming out of college. He had skill, and he managed to win MVP in his first ever season playing. Really,
Mahomes is an anomaly.
No, he's not. I don't say Mahomes is an anomaly. Like 5 years, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, you literally said, "Oh, Mahomes, it's the guys like Mahomes in the NFL that are able to succeed." And now you're going to say that he's some anomaly?
When did I say that?
I need a second to think about it, but you definitely said something like that. It was like, shoot.
You don't see Patrick Mahomes every day. You don't. Patrick Mahomes coming out as his first year might have had one of the best. Technically, it wasn't his rookie year, but one of the best first seasons. One of the best top 3, top 2. Him and Dan Marino had the top 2 best first-year seasons ever.
Okay.
2 quarterbacks. You can't go.
I'm not saying Joe Burrow is going to have Pat Mahomes numbers his first season.
I'm saying if you look at first overall quarterbacks, first-year overall quarterbacks, or first-round quarterbacks, the difference between how they do in their rookie year is all about how much experience they have. Because all first-round quarterbacks have the skill and have the talent. Some may have a bit more than others, but when you look at their first year, typically, the difference between an elite rookie and an average rookie who possesses talent and possesses potential is how much experience they have. First of all, how much experience they have. Second of all, how well they know how to read defenses. And that's something you pick up by having experience. And I think just that 1 year, having that experience will be crucial for him.
I don't know. Okay, this has been going on for too long, so I'm going to settle it and we can move on. Hopefully, I have some of my voice left to debate you on further topics. All right, all I'm going to say is we'll leave it to the NFL season that will hopefully happen, and I'll bet you that it will be Burrow.
All right.
If you enjoyed this episode of From the Den, please remember to subscribe, comment, and like this video.
Or, if you're a Packers fan, remember to dislike and leave a nasty comment. Click the links on the screen to access additional content.